Hello, everybody. Welcome to Flow and Restore Yoga with 10 minutes of meditation at the end. So grab your restorative yoga props, a couple of pillows, yoga blocks, blanket, and let's start in a comfortable seat. I'd like to open with BKS Iyengar's book, Light on Yoga. And he says, yoga is the method by which the restless mind is calmed and the energy directed into constructive channels. As a mighty river, which when properly harnessed by dams and canals, creates a vast reservoir of water, prevents famine, and provides abundant power for industry, so also the mind, when controlled, provides a reservoir of peace and generates abundant energy for human uplift. So I've shared various definitions of yoga, and they're pretty synonymous, but I love this one, channeling the energy of the mind. Yes, most of this hour and 10 minutes of practice is using our physical body, because we're moving around all day, many of us, we're interacting physically. So really embodying presence and then tuning into the mind, especially in those moments of stillness as we hold postures, even in the vinyasa flow half, and especially in the yin and restorative half, and then more so in our meditation practice. So let's begin. As you're sitting down, if your legs are crossed, you may want to bring the knees hips width apart to allow ease, especially if you have any tightness in your knees or your hips. You might even want to elevate your hips, sitting up on a folded blanket. And then as you rest your hands in your lap, decide if you're seeking to feel more grounded, you can turn the palms face down, or more uplifted and energized, turn the palms face up. And notice if you can feel that subtle difference. Maybe bring the thumb and first finger to touch. And as you sit tall with the shoulders relaxed, perhaps close your eyes. Let's allow a moment to tune in to the various layers of our being, starting with the physical. Taking a mental scan of your body for whatever sensations you might detect. And then as well, feeling into the quality of your breath, and notice if you begin to change the way you're breathing as you're paying more attention to it. Let that go and just let it be natural. And then attune to the energy of your mind right now. Does it feel very busy? Like if your body has been going nonstop all day, maybe the mind is sort of like that moving train as well. Or maybe you're feeling pretty spacious and calm, or somewhere in between. Without having to judge any of these as good or bad, that's irrelevant. We're simply paying more attention. As you draw your palms to meet at your heart, this gesture of union, connection, and also reverence. As you meet yourself where you are in your practice today, is there anything that you would like to direct your energy towards, to focus on creating or cultivating about yourself or being? And state that mentally in the present tense for a few times as you visualize it in action, happening now. For example, instead of I want to feel calm, it might be I am calm. And then for whom might you dedicate the efforts of your practice to, so that it's not just about I, but it's about we. And with that, let's use our voices to create resonance, sending out the energy of our dedication and intention as we also take it in with 3 chants of Om. Exhale this breath out. Take a deep breath in for the first. As you bow in towards your heart, lift your heart and take a slow breath in. As you arrive at the top of that inhalation, pause a moment, feel the fullness. And then to your mouth, as if fogging a mirror, slowly empty your breath. Pause at the bottom for a few seconds. And now let's begin, if you can, just breathing through your nose, sustaining your breath equally, both in and out. And creating a soft whisper as you practice Ujjayi Pranayama, or victorious breath. And as you continue to listen for that sound, see if you can keep it going, especially throughout the first half of this physical practice, the flow. And we'll begin lying down on your back. So come on down to your back and bend your knees into your chest. And as you draw your bent knees together, start to rotate your thighs apart as you breathe in, turning out your thighs and abducting them away from your line. And then exhale, bring the thighs together. Inhale, rotate them apart. And exhale together. And just following your pace of breath, take it nice and slow. And then let's switch directions. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more cycles of breath. And let's bend the knees to hover right above your hips. Bring your feet together, your knees together. So your shins are parallel to the floor. And then open your arms wide like a T. We're going to start to get more active, especially along the sides of your core muscles. As you take a deep breath, keep the shoulders on the ground and lengthen the tailbone towards the front of your mat. Feel the belly engage. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your knees to the right, hovering off the floor as closely as possible without lifting the left shoulder off the ground. And then as you inhale, slowly lift your knees back to center. And as you exhale, hover your knees to the left, as low as you can keep them lifted, as well as right shoulder staying on the ground. Inhale, center. Now start to move at your pace, very slowly, not using momentum, but controlled movements. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. And as you continue at your own pace, if you want to explore a different version, you can straighten your legs and see if you can hover your feet above one palm as you turn the legs to one side and then above the other palm. So we're down to about 2 more rounds. Activating our twisting muscles here, our obliques, that also help to stabilize the spine. As we warm up our sacrum in these twists, the lumbar spine. So when you finish an even amount on both sides, draw your bent knees to the outsides of your shoulders in Happy Baby pose. In Happy Baby, splay your feet as wide apart as you can keep them parallel to each other and the soles of your feet facing the sky. At the same time, press your tailbone and shoulders into the ground. And let's take 3 more breaths, rocking side to side. Then draw your bent knees together, round your body into a ball, and rock forward and back 3 to 5 times. Massaging up and down your spine, maybe kicking the legs overhead, maybe stepping the feet forward on the ground. So we'll eventually meet on our hands and knees, all fours. Knees a couple inches behind your hips, wrists right under your shoulders. Spin out your hands so we can stretch the inner wrist. Fingertips facing left and right walls or your knees. Moving the spine in flexion and extension, cat-cow. Inhale, draw your chest through your upper arms and coil it up. Look up. Exhale, contract your belly, look down, and round your back. 4 more breaths like this on your own. And when you finish your next exhale, spinning your index fingers to point forward or slightly turn out, please make your way into downward facing dog. Taking the first 5 breaths there to shift around in any way you might need. Pedaling the feet in place can help to loosen your hamstrings and calves. And gently shaking your head can help to loosen your neck. Notice the sound of your breath here. Now as you spread your fingers flat, root the base of thumb and index to the floor, roll your triceps towards the ground and broaden across your shoulders, drop your head completely. And as you inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels and hips as high as you can. Keep breathing, keep bending the knees. Now pull your hips towards the back wall as you keep your hips high. Can you feel your back lengthen? Can you feel the sides of your torso lengthen? Keep that action of lengthening. Shoulders are moving away from the ears. Now firm in your belly and press the front tops of your thighs towards the back wall. As you sink your heels closer and closer to the ground. Steady your eyes and let's take 3 breaths here. Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down through your hands, inhale, raise your right leg straight behind you, lift from the inseam. Now exhale, bend your right knee and turn the thigh open at the hip. Externally rotate. Take another inhale, tack your left outer hip back. And as you exhale, softly touch right knee outside, right upper arm in plank. Then gently step the right foot forward outside of your right hand. Come into a high lunge with the option of lowering the back knee, both hands on the floor or on blocks on the inside of your right leg. Take a deep breath in your version of lizard lunge, drawing your heart forward. As you exhale, begin to scissor your right outer hip back. To whatever degree you can straighten the right leg as you bow inside of it with a long spine. Let's flow. Inhale, bend the front knee again. Exhale, scissor and bow. Follow your breath 3 more cycles. As you finish this last cycle, please step your right foot between your hands, top center of your mat, and spin your left heel to the ground for Warrior Two. Align front heel to arch a back foot, then cartwheel your arms to rise into Warrior Two. Hugging your right outer hip in, bend the front knee just over the ankle, and press the outside edge of your left foot into the floor. Flip the right palm to face up, sinking your pelvis. Inhale, lift your spine. Exhale, side bend towards your rear wall, peaceful warrior. Left hand can land lightly on left leg, or wrap the left arm behind you, maybe catch hold of your right thigh. Take another inhale here. Exhale, straighten the right leg as you rise for triangle. Glide your hips to the rear of your mat. Inhale the right hand forward and down onto your right leg, or just to the right of your leg, maybe using a block. As your left arm reaches up, if it feels okay on your neck, look up past it. Find one focal point for your eyes for 3 more breaths. Send your shoulders down your back. Spiral your chest open towards the sky. As you rotate your left tricep, pinky finger side to face your left wall, inhale, sweep your left arm overhead towards the front wall and look down at your right foot. Exhale, step into plank pose, top of a push-up. Pause here. You could have your knees on the floor or legs actively straight, shoulders are right over wrists. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin. Look forward. Inhale, glide into cobra pose, rolling the shoulders back, pressing your toenails into the mat. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Steady your eyes and let your body be still. Keeping your hips squared, inhale, raise your left leg back. Then exhale, bending your left knee, rotate your left thigh open at the hip. Inhale, tack your right outer hip back. Exhale, slowly tap left knee outside left upper arm, and gently step the foot outside of your left hand to lizard lunge. Try to go for the same version as you did on the first side. Back knee lifted or back knee on the floor. Thumb blocks or hands on the ground. Both hands inside of your left leg. Lizard lunge, inhale, extend your chest forward. Exhale, begin to scissor your left outer hip back. Straighten the leg whatever degree you can as you fold inside of it. Keep going, inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, scissor, reach your sternum forward as you fold. 3 more cycles of breath on your own. And when you finish the third, please step your left foot between your hands, spin the right heel down. Align front heel to arch a back foot. Inhale, cartwheel your arms to Warrior Two. Hugging your left outer hip in, press the outside edge of your right foot into the floor. And steady your eyes just past your left hand. Let's take 2 more breaths. Keep your left knee bent, flip your left palm to face up, sink your pelvis, and inhale, lift your spine. Exhale, side bend towards the rear of your mat. Peaceful warrior. Either landing the right hand gently on your right leg or wrapping the right arm behind you, maybe catching hold of the left thigh. Can you feel the left side of your torso grow as you expand your breath there? Draw your navel in. Inhale, rise and straighten your left leg. Prepare for triangle. Gliding the hips towards the rear of your mat. Exhale, reach the left hand forward and onto your left leg, or just to the left of it, maybe on a block. With right arm straight up, maybe look up past it. Rotate your chest to face the sky. Keep hugging left outer hip towards you. And from your right shoulder socket, spiral your right tricep, pinky finger side to face your right wall. Inhale, sweep your right arm towards your front wall. Look at your left foot. Exhale, lower into plank pose, your version of plank. Pause here, inhale. Either lower knees, chest, chin as you exhale, or follow me forward and down through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to Cobra or upward facing dog. Hollow your belly to lift your hips into downward facing dog. Let's take 3 slow breaths. So as you polish or refine the balance in your breath, let that become your metronome as we take this sequence, a little shorter version, 1 breath, each posture or movement, into a vinyasa flow. So press through your fingers, exhale this breath completely. Inhale, raise the right leg back. Exhale, bend your right knee, turn out the thigh. Inhale, tack the left outer hip back. Exhale, tap the right knee to right tricep and step the foot outside your right hand, lizard lunge. Inhale, lizard lunge, draw your heart forward. Exhale, straighten the right leg and fold. Inhale to lizard lunge again. Exhale, step the right foot to the middle, spin the back heel down, heel to arch. Inhale, cartwheel your hands to warrior 2. Keep the front knee bent. Exhale, peaceful warrior towards your rear wall. Inhale, straighten the right leg, prepare for triangle pose. Exhale, enter triangle pose, the right hand forward and down, look up. Inhale, extended triangle, raise the left arm overhead and look down. Exhale from plank, lower knees, chest, chin, or glide forward through Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going straight to side 2. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, turn out your thigh. Inhale, tack your right outer hip back. Exhale, tap left knee to left tricep. Step the foot forward, lizard lunge. Inhale, draw your chest forward in lizard lunge. Exhale, scissor the left hip, straighten and bow. Inhale, return to lizard lunge. Exhale, line left heel to arch of right foot. Inhale, cartwheel the arms, warrior 2. Exhale, sweep the left hand to the rear wall, peaceful warrior. Inhale, rise with straight legs, prepare for triangle. Exhale, reach left hand forward, enter triangle. Inhale, extended triangle, right arm overhead, look down. Exhale from plank, lower knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Finish your vinyasa. In downward dog, we'll meet for 3 breaths. Steady gaze, still body, balancing your breath. We'll take the sequence one more time. Exhale this breath out. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, turn out your thigh. Inhale, tack left outer hip back. Exhale, tap right knee, right tricep. Step it forward. Inhale, lizard lunge, chest forward. Exhale, straighten right leg and fold. Inhale, return to lizard lunge. Exhale, align front heel to arch your back foot. Inhale, cartwheel your arms, warrior two. Exhale, flip the right palm, peaceful warrior. Inhale, straight legs, prepare for triangle pose. Exhale, reach right hand forward, arrive in triangle pose. Inhale, extended, left arm overhead, look down in triangle pose. Exhale from plank, lower into your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward dog. Right to side two. Inhale, raise, left leg back. Exhale, bend the knee, turn the thigh open. Inhale, tack, right hip back. Exhale, tap, left knee to left tricep. Step it forward. Inhale, chest forward, lizard lunge. Exhale, straighten left leg and fold. Inhale, return to lizard lunge. Exhale, set up, heel to arch. Inhale, cartwheel your arms, warrior two. Exhale, sweep the left arm back, peaceful warrior. Inhale, rise, straight legs, prepare for triangle. Exhale, left hand forward and down, entering triangle. Inhale, extended, right arm overhead, look down. Exhale from plank, lower into your vinyasa. Three breaths there. Re-steady. Recalibrate to your intention for your practice. At the end of your third exhalation with bent knees, looking forward, hold your breath out and lifting your pelvic floor, walk or float your feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Then inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees together. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, join your hands at your heart and begin to twist to your right for 5 breaths. As you send your left hip back, rotate your left ribs towards your right wall, maybe hooking left arm outside right thigh. Find ease as you regulate your breath and steady your eyes to focus. One more deep breath here in revolved chair pose. Harita Utkatasana. On your next inhale, unwind your arms through center in chair. Exhale, rise up to stand. Before we take side two, shift your weight onto your left foot and turn out your right thigh from the hip for tree pose. Hugging the right sole into the inside of your left leg, below or above your left knee. Feel your two hips balance in height. Trace your awareness from your inner left heel up the center line of your body. And then as you fixate your eyes, soften your gaze. About 4 more breaths in. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Bring your hands back to your heart and let's set the right foot touching the left. Take a full breath into your nose. Open your mouth, any sound, let it go. And then smoothen it out with lips closed. Bend your knees, inhale, chair. Knees together, feet together. Exhale, hands to your heart, begin to twist to your left. Taking it breath by breath, perhaps towards a similar variation on your first side. Keep your knees in one line to help stabilize your lower back. Sink your hips a little lower. Inhale, unwind your arms through center and chair. Press to your feet and exhale, rise tall, mountain pose. Shift your weight onto your right foot and turn out your left thigh. Tree pose. Hug the inside of your right leg below or above your right knee with the sole of your left foot. Feel into the energy of your mind, your breathing, physical body here. And how might you cultivate the feeling tone behind the intention for your practice today? Last deep breath in tree or vrikshasana. And then please bring your hands to your heart. Maybe close your eyes. Deep inhale through your nose. And freely exhale through your mouth. Let's bring the feet apart. Hips distance or wider but parallel. Take your hands behind your lower back, either to clasp or grab your strap, and you can hold that between your hands. As you roll your shoulders back, breathe in and look up. Bend your knees generously and exhale, bow forward, shifting your weight towards the front of your heels as you completely drop your head. About 5 to 10 breaths here. Let your head hang loose. It might help to shake and nod your head a few times. And breath by breath, stretching your arms forward, away from your lower back. Lift your shoulder bones upward, away from your neck. Two more breaths here. Maybe switch the clasp of your thumbs. And then as you set your hands alongside your feet, please step back into downward facing dog. We're going to prepare for our yin portion with single pigeon pose first. So inhale, raise your right leg behind you. And as you exhale, bending your right knee, turn your thigh open at the hip. This time crossing the right shin in front of your pelvis onto your mat. As you lower to sit, straighten your left leg behind you and tuck the toes. With your hands alongside your hips, lift your pelvis off the floor and scissor your right hip back. Bring your left outer hip forward. And as you square your two hip bones to face the front of your mat, notice if there's a gap between your right glute and the floor. If so, fill that gap with whatever prop can fit in that space. Then relax your back toes onto the floor. If your right shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat, make sure that you're flexing your right foot this entire posture to stabilize your right knee. With hands in front of you, take a deep breath and lift your heart, look up. Now you could stay upright here. You could gradually begin to lower, maybe onto a pillow in front of you, maybe onto stacked blocks to catch your forehead. Using whatever props around you might be helpful for you to relax into this posture. Though hip openers for some may not feel as relaxing, take your time easing into degrees that are available for you, as they might become more available within this next 3 minutes. Yep, 3 minutes. Breathe. Feel into your jaw. Let it unwind as you relax your tongue. And feel into all the muscles in your face here. Soften them as much as you can. Let go of effort there. Now, some of you, if you are bowing forward, you might also opt to create a twist here. Thread the needle, sliding the left arm with a palm face up underneath your right bent elbow, right elbow towards the sky. And you might want to put a prop under your head as you lean the left side of your head towards the ground, or maybe it meets the ground. Got 2 more minutes left. Play with expanding your breath into areas of your body that could use expansion, that could use space through visualization. Embodied presence. We're down to our last minute here. Let your body be still where it is. Focus on deep and balanced breaths. Finish this exhale to the very end before you start to transition slowly back to downward facing dog. You might take a moment there to walk your feet out or to raise the right leg up behind you, encouraging more blood flow into this right hip that we focused on. Maybe let out a few lion's breaths, exhaling any sound through your mouth open wide. Take your time. As you feel ready, step your right foot down. Come back to downward facing dog. Then inhale, raise your left leg back. Exhale, bend your left knee, turn out the thigh. Slide your left shin forward across your mat. Slowly coming down to sit with your right leg straight behind you, tucking the toes. Then with your hands alongside your hips, lift your pelvis off the ground and scissor your left hip back, your right hip forward. Maybe placing a prop under your left glute if that helps to keep your hips facing forward. If your left shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat, make sure that you're flexing your left foot to stabilize the knee. Then relax your right toes with hands in front of you. Inhale, lift your chest and look up. Stay here or take your time bowing forward. Use whatever props that can catch you here so that your body is moving with ease as you explore whatever range is available on this side. 3 minutes starts now. And if you may have practiced the spinal twist of thread the needle on the first side, you might see if it's available here now, where you slide the right arm under your left bent elbow with right palm face up, Left elbow pointing up towards the sky. Right side of your head leaning on a block or on the floor. You just finished 1 minute and 10 seconds. Notice the sound rhythm of your breath now. And let your attention ride the waves of it to the very top of the in-breath, to the very bottom of the out-breath. Giving the mind something to do to help anchor it to your body here and now. We have 1 minute left. So the chant that you're going to hear soon, feel free to chant along with it. We practiced this several classes a few weeks ago. Aham Prema, which means I am pure love. Aham Prema, I am pure love. Especially if you're feeling a bit blocked in your throat chakra, your throat energy center of Vishuddha, and just need to get some flow of sound, positive sound moving, truthful sound moving. You might want to chant along. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. You'll ease out of single pigeon, back to downward facing dog. Maybe lifting your left leg up high for a moment, encouraging a bit more blood flow into your left hip. Let's ease our way to sit so that we can bring the legs out in front. And please find your strap. You might want to have a pillow off to the side or your blocks off to the side, and let's come down to our backs. Stepping your left foot on the ground, bend your right knee into your chest. Step the ball of your right foot into the loop or center of the strap. As you hold the strap in your left hand, extend your right leg up towards the sky and open your right arm out to the right side. Palm face down, ground the right shoulder. Now take a moment to slide your pelvis another 3 to 4 inches towards the right edge of your mat. Sickle your right foot by turning the sole of your foot to face the left wall, just from the ankle. Slide your left leg to the floor and begin to twist slowly to your left side. Bring your attention here to your right outer hip. You can even touch it with your right hand for a moment. Draw your right outer hip slightly away from your torso, tilting it towards your inner left heel to help loosen your lower back. Now the pillows are available if you want to place your pillows or stack your blocks underneath the inside of your right leg to support it here. Make sure that you only twist to the degree that your right shoulder stays on the ground. You can even be looking past your right shoulder. And then let's take another 10 breaths here. So mantras like the one that's repeating now are another tool for steadying the mind. As you repeat an affirmation, and sometimes in a different language that is not your first, like Sanskrit, you can really just zone into the sounds. The meaning is simple: I am pure love. So as you cultivate that inner state, chanting the sounds, let the mind feel a steadiness. As you finish this exhalation, begin to roll onto your back. Remove the strap from your right foot and center your pelvis. Step your right foot on the ground. Then bending your left knee into your chest, switch the strap over to the ball of your left foot. Holding the strap in your right hand. Slide your left arm out to the left, palm face down, shoulder grounded. Straightening your left leg up, scoot your pelvis another 3 to 4 inches towards the left edge of your mat. Then sickle your left foot, turn the sole to face your right wall. Slide your right leg forward onto the ground and begin to slowly twist to your right side, perhaps while looking over your left shoulder. Remember that you could place props underneath your inner left calf or thigh to support it. Bring your attention to your left outer hip. You can even place your left hand there for a moment. Tilt your left outer hip towards your inner right heel to create some space in your lower back. 10 breaths in total. As you finish this exhalation, begin to roll onto your back, removing the strap. Slowly turn over to one side so that you can press yourself up for a moment. And we're going to set up to end. Take your choice. A pillow tracing the midline of your mat towards the rear so that you can lie back, landing your rib cage on the lowest portion of that pillow. Make sure that you adjust how high up the pillow, how low down the pillow you are so that you don't feel any compression in your lower back. You feel a nice opening for your chest. We can turn the palms face up. If you prefer a little more lift in the chest, you could grab your 2 blocks instead and create a cool sign. Both blocks medium height crossing your mat. Spaced apart so that you land the area under your shoulder blades right on top of the first block and the back of your skull on top of the second block. Now, we've done quite a bit of turning out the thighs. If you want something opposite, you could bend your knees, set your feet on the floor wider than hips distance, and drop your knees together so that they touch. Or extend the legs out, let the feet flop however they may. Completely loosen your pelvic region, your inner thighs, your glutes, your lower belly. This is going to be our corpse pose for Shavasana. So make sure that you are supporting your body any way it needs to be supported so that it can be still for about 5 minutes. Closing your eyes, perhaps take one last deep controlled breath. Exhale completely through your mouth, and then feel the difference of letting go of effort in your breath to all the rest of the practice in which we've been controlling it. Committing to stillness. Notice what arises as you lie here to rest. As you keep your eyes closed, begin to deepen your breath, slowly awakening your body. Rub your thumbs across your fingertips. Begin to move your feet, stretch your arms. Gradually making your way, whether turning over to the right or pressing forward on your own. Please find a comfortable seat for our 10 minutes of meditation practice. So just like Shavasana, set up your body so that it can be still in a comfortable and alert way. Feel grounded through the lower portion of your body. Feel uplifted, especially through your heart, your crown. And then place your hands in whatever gesture allows you to cultivate the feeling state of your intention. Balance, palms can stack right at the center of your lap, thumb tips touching. Focus, thumb and index fingers can come together. Palms up to energize, palms down to ground. Joy, Hansi Mudra, all the fingertips touch except the pinky fingers, palms face up. So taking what works for you and suits your intention, choose to either close your eyes or steady a soft gaze onto one spot or one object that's simple. It can help you to steady your attention. Let's begin. In this practice of mindfulness meditation or vipassana, begin by feeling your surroundings. Start with any sensation, like points of contact between your body and the surface below, between your body and any other surface. You might even sense the air against your skin. Maybe there's a breeze or a shift in temperature. Simply noticing what is there without having to get caught up in an explanation, judgment, or story about it. Remember to be kind to yourself. If you notice your attention wanders off, just smile inward and return to the practice, however many times you need. Remember, this is a practice of befriending ourselves, befriending our minds. Begin to notice any sounds around you. Could be the sound in your background or my background. Similarly to those sensations, simply notice the shifts in sounds. And return your attention back to noticing sounds however many times the attention wanders off. let's bring our observations to your body, what you're feeling within your body. Now, there's more literal physical sensations of touch, but there's also what's called felt sense. It's described more in metaphors and analogies. And they're rather subtle, so you really got to tune in. Could be like butterflies in the stomach. Could be irradiating pulsation. Could be a weightedness, like in the chest, or lightness in the head. So just like you were observing sounds, I invite you to observe whatever sensations linger, shift, evolve. Ease into a deeper inhalation. Into your lips, softly let it go. Lifting your heart. Bring your palms to meet there in this gesture of gratitude as you bow in. Thank yourself for showing up, for strengthening your commitment to your deepest self. Remember whom you've dedicated your practice to today. And maybe a few last times in your head, state the intention for this practice. Let the seed continue to sprout as you leave your mat today. Let's close together like we started with 3 chants of Om. Feel the pause after each. Empty this breath. Take a deep inhale. Thank you for sharing your practice today. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.